I have a new start to show you. I've got kits I am beyond excited about. It's been 2 weeks since I've been up to my attic sewing room because plans with a big family are always changing, and I took the time to spend lots of hours in the sunshine with my loved ones instead of filming my last Flosstube update. And in the grand scheme of things, I could have chosen either and it would have been fine. I'm glad I spent time with my family. But I'm going to catch up now and show you what I have been up to. I'm Michelle. This is my romantic tangle. It is Monday. I think it is April 7th. I know it's Monday. I know it's April. I think it's the 7th. And look at what I have been stitching. This is Coffee Pot. It is by The Art of Stitch. I had it in my Etsy wish list for absolutely ages. This is the same company that did the Pyramid of Skulls I did a few years ago, and Pyramid of Skulls was hard. This one I thought would be hard, but for whatever reason I just keep stitching and cannot put it down, and I am loving it. If you look at the colors, I'm also loving these floss organizers. If you look at the colors, there are so many shades of brown that blend into one another. There is confetti. There is everything I both love and hate about cross stitching, and it is working out better than I ever would have thought it possibly could. That probably has just as much to do with my mindset as it does with the pattern, but it is just flowing. I started in the top center, which is not my usual choice, but that way I could start with the coffee pot itself. And if you look at that dark brown, that is making a great landmark so that I can use it to make sure that I am putting my other stitches in the right spot. I am being good on this project. I am not leaving little orphan confetti stitches to fill in later. There are a couple. There are also a couple of really light stitches that look like orphan stitches until I get close to them. It is just, I am giddy about this. I am loving this. And this is the reason why I didn't have all my planned starts for the end of March, because I could not put this down. Stitching on something is better than procrastinating and not stitching on what you had planned on stitching on. Unless you're working for a deadline or doing a gift, but this is just stitching for me. This is what it's going to look like. I don't know why I have such a fascination with stitching metal things with reflections and how they catch the light, and it makes me happy. They have another pattern, Miranda, that I bought back last July, I think, and I am now extremely inspired, not expired, not haunting the attic yet. I'm extremely inspired to kit that up and start stitching on it. I thought I was going to use that set of DMC that I bought off Marketplace a couple of weeks back, but I don't think there's any information on how many stitches of each color, so to be safe, thinking maybe I should use newer floss for that one. A Fateful Night, the Jiffy kit. I have done some more. I am stitching the people. My sort of idea of plan of attack is to stitch over here on the people, and then I will work on the big dark bulk of the ship when I am in the mood to stitch 3 strands of black on 18 count Ada. When will that be? I know it's not today, because today I want to stitch on the coffee pot. There's no deadline. I started this project 23 years ago, maybe. I started a new shawl. The shawl I had been working on it's a fingering weight sort of yarn, and it is just dragging, and I'm not enjoying it. The yarn doesn't look like the picture on the ball band. I'm just not happy. So I started this. I am using 3 skeins of this Premier Sweet Roll Frosty that I got at Craft Warehouse at their clearance sale, because they are sadly they're gone now. And in about 2 weeks, I got this much done. The other shawl I have been working on for months and getting nowhere. This is worsted weight. This is instant gratification. There are more knots in the cakes than I would like. But this is all I've got left, and this is a couple of dumb horror movies worth of knitting. So I have not finished anything yet in 2025. I've been working on big UFOs. This, I think, might be my first finish. And I'm happy about that. I had the opportunity to order a few cross-stitch charts for my birthday kits. I splurged. I have been hearing people talk about the Marechka kits, saying that they're as good as the old Dimensions kits. I miss the old Dimensions gold kits. The subject matter of them is so gorgeous. So I decided to splurge and try one of these. This is Venice of the North. I ordered it off Amazon. It was not an inexpensive kit, but I love the lights reflecting out of the windows onto the water. It's DMC, it's Zweigart, it is, I mean, I don't know what else you could ask for. I haven't opened it yet to look at the chart. Oh, I hope the chart is a good one. I really want to start this, but I also have a couple other things I really want to start, so we'll see what's going to happen first. This is Dragon Eye by Realist. It was an inexpensive little kit. It is on point. I do quilt blocks on point all the time, but the fabric goes this way. So you're stitching it not the way it will look as it's hanging on the wall. I like the colors. I like the subject matter. There's also a unicorn in a teardrop, and it was a toss-up which I was going to order because I wanted them both. I like them both, but convinced myself I only needed one. And then I did something that I never expected to do. I'm not a fan of DesignWorks kits. The last one I started, I did not enjoy. Then I saw someone post a finish on Instagram or somewhere, and it is so gorgeous. So I pulled mine out again, got the floss all organized the way it should be, worked on it for about 10 minutes and went, nope, I'm not enjoying this. It is a stormy afternoon. The wind is roaring out there. Then I was looking on Amazon for something totally unrelated to cross stitch, and I saw this. It's a bait shop. Can you see all of the detail? I know there is reflection on the plastic. I love this. The subject matter and all of the little details just make me swoon. And I don't know why. It's the ice machine. I can't not stitch this. And these are very affordable. They have DMC colors. I could swap out for DMC floss. I am not picky about my Ada at all. What the question is going to be is that chart gridded? Some of the DesignWorks kits I have gridded charts. Some of them do not. And there is no way I'm stitching this without grid lines. The question is, am I going to have to draw them out myself with a colored pencil? Right about the time in the customers buy these items together section, does this have a name? Open for business. Look at this one. Look at all of the little signs. Look at all of the wonderful little details. There is a billboard for Moxie. If this was a Dimensions Gold Collection kit, I would be stitching it right now. It only came in the mail like 3 days ago. That's why I'm not stitching this now. And I don't know if I'm going to have to make my own grid lines, because there is no way I can successfully do this without grid lines. I know myself well enough, but look at it. There are quilts hanging in the upstairs windows. And then look at this one. Look at the people in the diner. Look at the tracks in the snow. Oh, and there are beads. The beads go around the diner sign. I am so happy about these. And I know I already made a video that DesignWorks kits aren't my favorite and telling you why. And I don't expect these to be as easygoing as Dimensions kits, but I want them. Nobody else who I have seen has kits with this kind of subject matter. And I just, my common sense has gone out the window. There is another DesignWorks kit. It's like a Route 66 old-timey scene with a green truck. I saw that someone had stitched that one up and it was beautiful. If all these other people can stitch DesignWorks kits, that makes it seem like I should be able to do it too. I'm stubborn enough to do this, right? I will hopefully get into these soon. I just need to put down coffee pot long enough. I still have a few of my planned March starts that are going to carry over into April or May, or it may be July. I don't know. I thought I was going to do 25 starts. I think I'm at like 4. And it is all, there's no reason why I have to have deadlines for these. It's fine. But I am excited about my shawl and my stitching and that silly little coffee pot I'm going to do some more on this afternoon. And it's spring and there are just some rays of brightness right now. Thanks for watching. I'm Michelle. This is my romantic tangle. I will be back with you before this much time has passed. I did not plan to take that lengthy break.